So good morning and welcome to another lesson in data visualization for the Data Visual project. Data Visual is an Erasmus Plus project funded by the European Commission. After analyzing how we can use Python and in particular the Matplotlib and Seaborn libraries for data visualization, today we will look into a peculiar and very recent tool for data visualization, ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is an interactive artificial intelligence tool that recently has embedded a specific tool for data analysis and data visualization. Let's have a look into it. So this is ChatGPT. To use the functionality of the advanced data analysis, you need to have the premium version, so the paid version of ChatGPT, and enable GPT-4, which is the latest version of ChatGPT, and you ensure to have selected advanced data analysis here. Okay, so now we activate advanced data analysis. And now I'll show you what you can do with this new tool. And I think you will be very impressed of what ChatGPT can do. First of all, ChatGPT and the advanced data analysis tool, it can read files. So we can upload directly into the system a data set. For example, here I have a data set of GDP per capita of some nations of different countries from the 1960s, I guess, to today. I just need to take the file and drop it here. As you can see, add anything appears on the screen. I just drop the file here, and the file is uploaded in the system. Now, ChatGPT can work on the file, and I can interact with ChatGPT discussing about the file just by prompting ChatGPT with a normal conversation. Let's ask something about this dataset to ChatGPT. For example, we can ask, I've prepared already some prompt, but very easily, we can ask ChatGPT to show us the first line, the first 5 lines, for example, of the dataset to have an idea of the dataset, but also to give us a brief description of the dataset. Let's ask it. Let's ask ChatGPT to give us a brief description. So as you can see, ChatGPT is working using basically Python. As you can see, it has imported pandas, a Python library, but the very interesting thing is that we can absolutely ignore the inner workings of what ChatGPT is doing, so we can hide and just read the answer. ChatGPT correctly states that the dataset appears to contain GDP capita figures adjusted for US inflation in dollars for various countries spanning to the years 1960 to 2021. It's impressive, I have to say. We can also tell the system to show us a table, 5 lines of the first 5 lines, just to have an idea of what the dataset contains here. Let's see what ChatGPT shows us. Here it is. The dataset is, of course, in alphabetical order. And of course, ChatGPT shows us the first 3 columns and the last one. And we now know, for example, that the dataset is incomplete. As you can see, not all countries have a value in each year. For example, Afghanistan has no values in the first column in 1960, 1961, and so on. So maybe we want to do some cleaning work here. This is something that usually data analysts should do by hand or using Python code. But the very interesting thing here is that we can ask ChatGPT to do the work for us, just by asking to edit the dataset and asking ChatGPT to remove countries that have at least one empty value. So let's have a new dataset with countries that always have a complete series of value. And we'll ask it to produce a new file and to let us download the resulting file. Let's see how it operates. Again, ChatGPT is creating a Python code to do it. And it has given us a link so that we can download the new file. Here it is. The system has autonomously called the file GDP per capita cleaned, because it has understood that that was some cleaning effort from our side for the dataset. And then we can take this file and upload it so that we can work on it. Okay, now we have a clean file. Let's ask for a sample of data from this new file so that we can have an idea of the new file. As you can see, ChatGPT is showing the first, I think, 5 lines exactly. And as you can see, all the countries now have data. Okay, now we have only countries with a complete series of data. And from now on, we can ask ChatGPT to work on this file, extracting data, analyzing data, and visualizing data, very important for us. But let's, for example, let's show the power of ChatGPT to extract and analyze data, even in very complex and unintuitive way. Let's say that I want to know all the data from, in this case, I've chosen 2011 and from 2011 to 2020 for all the countries whose name starts with the letter F, for example. Let's see if ChatGPT is able to understand this kind of command. Now it's working. It took like 5 seconds. And let's see if the table is correct. We have the columns from 2011 to 2020. And then we have the countries, starting with the letter F. Okay, in the clean data set, probably Finland is the only country with a complete series of data. So here we have, for example, Finland with all the data we requested. Let's say that we want some more specific data. I want the data from 2000 to 2010 of some specific countries. For example, here I have selected Italy, France, United States, China, and India. And here it is. Wonderful. Now we have a table with some data that ChatGPT has extracted for us. Let's talk about data visualization, okay? We can ask ChatGPT to draft some charts here. And we do not need to choose the chart. Let's ChatGPT choose for us. On this table, okay, choose. So I'm asking ChatGPT not only to draft me a chart based on this table, but to choose independently, autonomously, what kind of chart to use. So let's say, let's see if ChatGPT is able to understand this kind of command. And here it is. This is clearly a line chart that is showing the trend using the data of this table. Now, the very important thing with ChatGPT is that we can correct errors or improve the solution that ChatGPT is offering us. For example, this chart is quite okay, I would say, but probably the colors used in this chart are not very readable. They are all hues of green. So let's ask ChatGPT to improve the chart. The chart is okay, but it is not very readable. Please use different colors for each country. Let's see if ChatGPT is able to help us. Again, it's using Python here. As you can see, it is using matplotlib basically. So what we did in the previous lesson, ChatGPT is able to do it automatically. And here it is. ChatGPT did a good work on the first try, but not good enough. But we can help it improving the result by giving feedback. That is very, very important when working on ChatGPT. ChatGPT can do many more things. I just want to show you something else concerning data visualization. I will upload another data set. It's data set. Well, let's ask ChatGPT what this data set is. And again, the system will read the uploaded file. And yes, the dataset contains, in fact, information about various cities across the world. And it contains some different information. For example, the country of the city, the name, the population, the latitude and longitude. Okay. So this dataset is a dataset of cities. And it's very interesting because we have latitude and longitude of the cities. This means that we can visualize this dataset on a map. And ChatGPT, using always Python, and in particular a library called Volume, is able to create very quickly very informative maps. Let's just ask it to do that. Use this dataset to create a map with markers to geolocalize cities and display all relevant data. And then we want this map to be downloadable as an HTML file. Let's see what ChatGPT gives us. As you can see, it has imported Folium, which is the library I mentioned before, a very interesting and powerful library of Python. But the great advantage here is that you don't know to use Folium, and you don't need to know how to use Folium. As you can see, apparently ChatGPT has provided us with the map and a link to download the file. Let's click on it. The file is here. Let's open it. And here you are, a map of the world with markers for each city that is in the dataset. And by clicking on the marker, not even clicking, just going over the marker, you can see the city name, the country, in this case, Paris, France, the population, and the region. The dataset is divided in region with a code. And this has been done without knowing a single line of code, because ChatGPT, we interacted with ChatGPT just by talking to it in English, in basic English. I think that this tool would be disruptive in the field of data visualization and data analysis in general, and of course, not only in these fields. And we should expect it to become more and more powerful in the coming years. I hope this lesson has interested you and sparked new interest in going deeply in the world, not only of data visualization, but also in artificial intelligence. Thank you.